Many people are feeling overwhelmed and struggling with mental wellness these days. So be kind to your mind. Give yourself permission to breathe. Share your feelings. You are not alone. Have hope. Talk to a Stay Well counselor for free confidential help 24/7 through the COVID-19 hotline.
Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning and welcome to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center TV studios, ready for another busy day on television and on radio. Thank you very much for joining us here for the Splash Live, part of 90 minutes of live television we kick off each day on Civic Center TV and all of our outlets. Splash Live, very local. Next half hour of television is going to be all about Kegel Harbor, West Bloomfield, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake, our immediate neighborhood. And then Tyler Keefe is in at 10 o'clock this morning with the Megacast as we take a slightly wider look at our general community. It's an hour and a half of live and local programming each and every Monday through Friday morning. And we appreciate you tuning in on Comcast Channel 15, over on cable on AT&T. You can find us in Channel 99. We always invite you to come to our website, good place to watch our programming, at civiccentertv.com. And we're going to spend a lot of time on there this morning going through and looking at some of the other assets and resources that are available. So if you're near your computer, you might want to grab that. It might be helpful for you this morning. We're also on social media, easy to watch every day on Facebook and on YouTube. You can watch us there. Just go out and search for Civic Center TV on Facebook and on YouTube. And then, of course, you can also listen on the radio. We're delighted to have our own little radio station here in West Bloomfield. Tyler and I and the whole crew call it the Big 89.3 Lakes FM, and you can tune into all of our programming there, including this show that is airing live right now if you're joining us in the morning, and replays that will run throughout the day. So good to have you with us. Weather-wise today, a little bit better. It's definitely we're into more of a wintry pattern now for the next week or so. They say it coming up over the next several days, maybe some significant snow. But for right now, just today, look for a high, not getting much warmer than we're at right now. Maybe 35 degrees. That'll be about it. A little bit of sun poking through today. Enjoy it because it's going to go away. We'll be down to 26 tonight. Tomorrow, no precipitation, just cloudy skies, but a little bit cooler. Only 33 degrees tomorrow. And on Sunday, 35 degrees, a little bit of snow. And as I said, as we get into next week, we might get a dusting on Sunday, but as we get into next week, we might have another mildly significant snow event. We really have not had too many of those here this winter. Have you even got the snowblower out or the snowplow out much? Not much at all. So I can't recall a busier couple of weeks in the last, 15 years or so since I've been here at Civic Center TV. It has been incredibly busy with, all kinds of activities. The Chamber, United We Walk, Rochelle Riley coming into our community and talking. Of course, the MLK Classic basketball game that we had, and then all of the coverage this week around the passing of Pastor Jack Freed, an icon in our community. So it's been very busy. I hope you've had an opportunity to tune in to some of these programs. Now, the good thing here at Civic Center TV is we have plenty of airtime. So what we'll do is if you missed any of these programs, we'll continue to air them on our Civic Center TV channels and on the radio over the next several weeks, so you have an opportunity to get caught up. One page I would really invite you to go take a look at is civiccentertv.com/Jack Freed. And that's where you'll find coverage of last night's event, which was truly an amazing event. It was the community's event last night. We don't need to show the page, guys, but bottom line, last night it was the community's event and an opportunity for the community and the Freed family and all of us here that have worked so hard with Jack over the years, and maybe others that just didn't know him as well, had an opportunity to see his story, to learn more about him, to learn about the contribution that Pastor Freed made. It was a great event. I think the guys have some video they can show you of last night, and a lot of people presenting, making speeches, telling their thoughts. Very moving evening last night, and it really was a wonderful night. So we have that entire video available. You're seeing excerpts of it right now, and then we have the memorial service that was held earlier in the week over at Holy Spirit Church. So there's video of that. So if you want to see any of that, if you knew who Pastor Jack Freed was and the impact that he had on our community, founder of the Optimist Club, heavy impact on the Michigan Week event that we've got coming up again this year, and of course, the founder of the Holy Spirit Congregation, Holy Spirit Lutheran Church here in West Bloomfield, of course, also the chaplain of our police and fire departments. If you want to learn more about Pastor Jack Freed, or you were a friend of his or know of his contributions to the community, we invite you to go to civiccentertv.com/Jack Freed. All that content is there. It's also scattered across Facebook and YouTube. Take a moment and honor this amazing Michigander. As he said last night, he said, "Look, I'm a West Bloomfield person, even though I wasn't born here, but I always saw myself," Pastor Freed said, as a Michigan person, somebody who loved West Bloomfield but also cared about southeastern Michigan and our entire state. So you can check that out on civiccentertv.com. We invite you to take a look. We are back to the West Bloomfield High School tonight for more basketball. Tonight it's our first chance to get a look at the West Bloomfield High School boys basketball team, and they'll be playing Birmingham Groves, another great program here. And it's a very special night as we are going to honor Art Patty. Art, of course, a legendary coach in West Bloomfield. I say, of course, I remember him from my early days around West Bloomfield. You've not been around the community for that long. Maybe you've never heard of Art Patty. He was a very influential football coach, and it kind of like Pastor Freed, a real great leader in our community, always influencing those around him, and in his case, especially the students at West Bloomfield High School, to have a positive impact with their life. He will be inducted into the West Bloomfield Hall of Fame, the West Bloomfield Sports Hall of Fame tonight. And that will happen before the basketball game. We're going to have it all live for you on all of our outlets, but I really invite you. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here on TV. I think that's okay. We're just a friendly community getting together. Thank you. That is so good first thing in the morning. We invite you to watch, of course, on all of our television outlets, but it would be great to have you in person. It's going to be a great basketball game. Our team is doing exceptionally well. Last time I looked, I think they were 6-2 on the season, and it's going to be a good basketball game. Tyler will be there. I'll be there. We look forward to you being there. We're expecting a packed house tonight, and again, a very emotional night as we have this Hall of Fame induction tonight for Art Patty, and then some great basketball. Can't make it? Tune in on all of our outlets. We'll have it live for you on television and radio. Whole lot more coming up here on the Splash Live this morning. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back in just a moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Dave Scott here, back in just a moment.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important.
And now the same is true in the face of flu.
Influenza has the power to infect millions.
But it's easy to protect yourself, your family, and your community.
The flu vaccine is safe and effective. And with COVID-19 still around,
It's essential. Together we can face flu season head on.
Visit michigan.gov/flu.
Do you have a child going into kindergarten this fall? The West Bloomfield School District invites you to learn more about kindergarten at the Kindergarten Roundup. Principals and teachers are sharing their important information, including next steps for registration, kindergarten readiness, district-wide services, and more. Each family will also receive a free gift from the Team WB. We can't wait to meet you at the Kindergarten Roundup, Thursday, January 26th at the new West Bloomfield Middle School. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to Splash Live. Dave Scott here. Thank you very much for joining us. A lot going on in the community other than just sports. Our good friends over at the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department had this really nice, cute family event that happens every year. It's called the Daddy-Daughter Dinner Dance. And it's going to be happening this year on the 8th and 9th of February. I know that seems a couple of weeks off, and it is, but you do need to plan for these a little bit in advance. This year, we're at a brand new location to accommodate more people. It's going on at the Jewish Community Center in Metropolitan Detroit, of course, on Maple Road. It's time, girls, to put on your finest and bring your favorite guy, and that's, of course, your father, to this year's big dinner dance, an evening of dancing and food and a lot of fun. If you'd like to register, you can go to the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation website, and it's a $35 registration fee for residents. And dads, if you've got more than one daughter, don't make that choice. You'll get in big trouble. Bring them all, and there's a small additional fee for bringing an additional young lady with you. So it's Daddy-Daughter Dinner Dance, a fine tradition here in West Bloomfield. We hope you engage and participate. We have the kindergarten roundup. So if you got some kids at home, young kids at home, and you're trying to make plans for kindergarten, our West Bloomfield schools invite you to consider them. And they have put together the kindergarten roundup, which is going to be held coming up January 26th at 6:30 p.m. It's going on at the new, beautiful West Bloomfield Middle School. It's a wonderful opportunity for families to learn more about the school district's kindergarten experience. Principals and teachers will share important information, including next steps for registration. Schools are going to have a free gift for you, and you'll learn all about a typical day in kindergarten, a whole lot more. So get your kids ready for a great beginning to their educational careers and kindergarten in the West Bloomfield schools. All of that information at wbsd.org. And you get on the website, and then you'll be able to navigate into the specific pages. Saw a nice tweet on Twitter this morning from the West Bloomfield schools, and the folks at the school district are honoring their school board. Okay, sure, they're their bosses, but why not? A huge amount of work goes in by the school boards, these public servants who are just trying to make education better in our community. And if you take a look at politics, and you're into politics at all, you know, there's nothing better than your local school board and the work they do. I think it's government service and politics in its truest and best form, without all the nonsense that happens in Washington. Our Board of Education members are there just trying to do their job, and it's not easy, especially as we've gone through COVID and with all the other challenges in education. So the school district is honoring all the members of their school board, as you can see here this morning for the graphic. Today they're honoring Stacy Brickman, and you can see the quote, "Coming together to create a better future for our students and our school community." The president of your school board is a 21-year West Bloomfield resident, on the board for 8 years. Listen, my friends, that is not an easy commitment. I know my mother was a long-term school board member in West Bloomfield. In fact, it warms my heart and helps lift my memories of Agnes Scott every time I walk into West Bloomfield's high school, our 50-year-old high school, and I see the plaque, the construction plaque on the wall with my mother's name on there. So, congratulations to the West Bloomfield School Board. We appreciate all that you are doing. One other quick note, sure, let's put that graphic up. West Bloomfield STEAM School of Choice applications are also available, and there's a QR code, more information on the website. And if you are interested in enrolling your kids in the West Bloomfield schools, the STEAM program, that's how you do it. QR code right there. Check it out again. More on the West Bloomfield School District website. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back in a minute. We got a little bit of extra time this morning, and we are going to take a look when we come back at our top 5 videos. We've got our top 5 video page on Civic Center TV. We're going to run through those. We're also going to talk about how you can contribute video to us here at Civic Center TV. We're trying to ramp it up just like the social media outlets have and give you an opportunity to contribute your video from your home. And we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to take just a 30-second break. I'll get a sip of coffee and we'll be right back. Good morning. You are watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash, live.
So it is a bold new world we are in, at least from a television, social media, and internet perspective. When Civic Center TV went on the air over 20 years ago, the community television was very different. And virtually every community that had a program like we have here in West Bloomfield and our neighboring communities operated by the Greater West Bloomfield Cable Communications Commission. Every community had its own public access kind of a program. And it was pretty cool. You could go into a TV studio, you'd have a training course, learn how to operate a bunch of equipment, and then you could make your own television show. Well, the practicality, and some of those opportunities exist in some communities, but the practicality of that today in our current world where, where this thing right here is a complete comprehensive television studio, and virtually all of you already know how to work it because you do it every day. It's pretty darn easy to go out and shoot video yourself and post it on social media. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how you can also post that to Civic Center TV. We'll have it, and then we can share it with all of our community. Really great. If you've got something that's super local, maybe something going on in your business. In fact, let's just jump to that right now. Go ahead and put the logo up. I kind of went off on a tangent here. Here's the QR code. All you need to do is go to that QR code. Take your phone right now, take a picture of that, and that will take you to our upload page. You can also just go to civiccentertv.com/upload, upload your video, then we'll have it. And we could put it and use it on The Splash. We could use it on some other programs. Now, depending on what you end up putting together, it may just be, it could be a lost dog. It could be your kids or your cat or your husband or wife doing something a little bit funny around the house, something else that you just want to share with us that is just kind of fun. It could be a great play at a high school football game or a basketball game. It could just be your kids hitting the ball off the tee at T-ball for the very first time. Go ahead, share all that video with us. We'll incorporate it into our programming, and then the community will get a chance to enjoy it. Now, it's also possible that you run a community organization or a local business, or you're involved in something else, and maybe you're putting a little bit more effort in putting together something that is a little bit more comprehensive. We invite you to take that video, upload it, put all your contact information on the upload page. We'll follow up with you, and we want to do everything we can to give you access to our community through our television channels and all of our social media. And, it's nice to put stuff up on Facebook and Twitter, and that is great too. We don't discourage you from doing that. But this is a little bit different because you're contributing your content to your local community television channel, and we will make sure that our community gets out and sees it. So over the years, we have produced a lot of content ourselves, and others have more long-form content. And we were thinking about it a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. We figured we would put together our top 5 local West Bloomfield videos for you, put them up on the website. After all, there's so much out there. You go to YouTube and you start looking around for videos and other content. My goodness, there's just like so much. So one of the top 5 videos that our experts have put together for you that are very local, and that we encourage you to take a look at it. So let's go to civiccentertv.com/top 5. So this is the 5th video on the page. You can see the title is The Tornado of 1976. And this is one of our most watched videos ever in the history of Civic Center TV. If you were in the community at that time, you remember a very stormy afternoon. A tornado came ripping through the heart of West Bloomfield. It made its way right through the intersection of Maple and Orchard Lake Road. You can see the signs in the background. One of the things, and I think this is the picture of it right here, one of the most vivid memories of that storm was a big recreational vehicle or a bus or some large vehicle getting thrown into the wall of one of the banks and busting right into the side of the bank at Maple and Orchard Lake. A very good friend of mine at that time, and we were all in high school, was working at the gas station at Maple and Orchard Lake, and then that twister continued to tear up the neighborhoods that are just north and east of the Maple and Orchard Lake intersection and cut a very wide swath. It was a devastating tornado, and like so many other tornadoes, it was one of those things you'd go down the street and you'd see 3, 4, 5 homes totally destroyed, and then you go another like 1/8 of a mile and everything would be perfect. It just so happened that that's where I live. A lot of my friends were right in the path of that, and it is a memorable moment. And if you weren't around town, we invite you to go watch our number 5 video, The Tornado of 1976. Our number 4 video is another angle West Bloomfield. We shot this when drones first came out. We really need to update this with some of the new modern drone technology. But when drones first came out, we got all excited and we went out and we shot the community. It's a beautiful video that still stands up very well today. It was narrated by my very good friend who has now passed away, and you'll recognize his lovely voice if you are a Detroit radio fan. It was George Moore who worked for us after a long career in Detroit radio. And his wonderful narration and the beautiful images of our community makes Another Angle West Bloomfield certainly one of the most viewed videos, and in the number 4 position right now in our top 5 video lineup on Civic Center TV. Let's take a look at video number 3 in that lineup, and the guys are going to post that right now. And there he is, our good friend Greg Flynn, giving you a tour of our most recent fire station. This is produced by Civic Center TV, but if you've never had an opportunity to see inside the fire stations and how they work and what all the infrastructure is like, this is great. A tour from Greg Flynn of our most recent fire station and the state-of-the-art facilities and all the inner workings of one of your West Bloomfield fire stations. Chief Greg Flynn right there. On video number 3, video number 2, I don't remember what it is. The suspense is killing me. It's coming up, and our number 2 video, oh yeah, the West Bloomfield Trail. This wasn't produced by anyone on our team. It was produced by somebody else. We found it on YouTube. It's got a ton of traffic. We put it into our top 5 because it is just a great representation of the West Bloomfield Trail system. Kind of looks like it does right now without any snow on the ground. This shot here clearly shot in the fall with the leaves down, and you can see a biker right there and somebody biking along pretty well and pretty quickly with their camera. The trail system that comes through West Bloomfield, the main trail, and I think we're on right now, and I'm sure I'm messing up some of the details here, but a vast majority of that trail, and some of the most interesting area to ride along, ski along, walk along, is the route of the old railroad system that came through Walled Lake, went right through the heart of West Bloomfield, continued to weave right around Orchard Lake, and then make its way up. into and through Sylvan Lake. It is a wonderful trail system, and that is a great video. If you've not gotten out on the trails in West Bloomfield, take a chance and take an opportunity and look at it. And with all that's been going on the past week, it was easy to make this our #1 video. This is Winning Words, a video produced several years ago, talking about Pastor Jack Freed, his amazing commitment to our community, and his winning words legacy that lives on. Video here from the many moments that Pastor Freed was involved in during his lifetime here, and lots of opportunity to hear directly from him. If you've been hearing us talking about Pastor Jack Freed quite a bit over the past week or two and you're not familiar with him, maybe you're newer in the community or you've not had an opportunity to interact with him, here's a good opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about this amazing West Bloomfield citizen and his life and his contribution to our community. So there you have it, our top 5 videos on Civic Center TV. One of the other areas that I'd like to take you to on our website, and an area that we need to do a little bit more work on, but there's some amazing content in, is the pages that we have for the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society. And if you go into our website, you'll see an on-demand area, and I invite you to go in there and do that. I know you might come in and watch our live programming quite a bit, but take an opportunity also to go in and look at some of the programs that we've done over the past several years. Hold that shot right there for a second, guys. In fact, scan back up for a moment, because I want to call special attention to that top video right there, Perspectives on Traditional American Life, Apple Island. This show, we've been airing it quite a bit lately, and this is a look at the impact of the Native Americans on our community and the importance of Apple Island, which is that island right in the middle of Orchard Lake that is now, after many years, been contributed, a while ago, contributed to the West Bloomfield School District. It's owned by the school district, but has a really storied past of ownership on that island before that from some of the wealthiest and most influential people in our community. And of course, the real owners and the founders of Apple Island were the Native Americans who lived in our area, many years ago. It's a great piece, a nice taste of the American, Native American lifestyle and the impact and the meaning of that island and much more. So we hope you tune in and check that out. It's on our channel quite frequently, but if you want to go see the program, you can go there. And other interesting programs as well from the Historical Society. And really, a good opportunity to remind you to go visit the Historical Society in person and stop by and check them out. They, of course, are right in the same campus with the Orchard Lake City Hall that is being improved right now. So check that out. Don't forget our top 5 videos, the archive video from the Historical Society, and we encourage you to put your toe in the water, maybe go even a little bit further by getting involved with Civic Center TV and contributing some video content of your own. Go to the website. You'll find the upload page. You'll find the top 5 video page. You'll find all the content about Jack Freed. And it's also it's a great go-to place, too, just to watch our channel anytime. The live stream is always there, and there's a lot of content. We work very hard to produce as much local content for you as possible and are always welcome to any other ideas. So don't forget, it's been a very busy couple of weeks. Where I'm still excited about it. I'm a little tired, but it's been a very busy couple of weeks, and we wrap it all up tonight with a lot of fun. Basketball. We love sports here, at least Tyler and I do. I hope you do as well. It's going to be a great night at West Bloomfield High School. The JV varsity games happen tonight at the West Bloomfield High School gym. Varsity will kick off at 7. Get there early, though. Come in and watch the JV. And then between the JV game and the varsity game, we will induct Art Patty, legendary West Bloomfield High School coach, into the West Bloomfield Coaches Hall of Fame. One of his biggest fans, by the way, is Pat Caputo, who you hear on 97.1 The Ticket and from the Oakland Press. And if you go on the internet and read some of the stories that he wrote about Art Petty. You'll get some really good perspective on him, even if you weren't here during his days. So we'll see you there tonight at West Bloomfield High School. And if you can't make it, make sure you tune in. We'll have it all live on the radio and on TV. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for everything you do in our community, and continue to get involved in everything that you can. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here bright and early Monday morning on the Splash Live right here on Civic Center TV.